Have you ever stopped to think about how one single powerful idea can take a community that's completely all over the place and turn it into this unified global force? Well, today, we're going to dive into the story of how one man did exactly that, turning what he called scattered sand into solid ground. All right, so let's set the scene. We're in post-war Taiwan, and a young Master Hsing Yun is looking around and seeing this huge problem, something right at the very heart of his own faith. And this one metaphor from another master just hit him. This idea that Buddhism was like a pan of scattered sand, totally disjointed, everyone doing their own thing, with no real connecting force, just a bunch of individual grains. And this wasn't just some abstract concept. At the time, a lot of people just wrote Buddhism off as simple superstition. It felt really distant, It didn't connect with their actual day-to-day lives. There just wasn't that unifying energy bringing everybody together. So, what do you do with scattered sand? Well, you add cement, right? And for Master Hsing Yun, that cement was this totally game-changing idea, a philosophy that came straight from his own life experience. And this is the key difference right here. The old ideal was kind of the solitary monk, right? The person who goes off alone, away from the world to find enlightenment. But Master Hsing Yun's vision? The total opposite. It was, I am in the group. He believed that real spiritual growth happens through community, by serving and being with others, not by getting away from them. And this brilliant idea, it has a name, group cultivation. It means group cultivation. This is the how-to. It's the active ingredient, the secret sauce, that turns all that loose sand into solid concrete. It's about consciously coming together, to practice, to learn, to serve, together. And for him, this was personal. It wasn't just a cool theory. He made a vow. He basically said, I'm not going to be another grain of sand. I'm going to be the cement that binds everyone and everything together. So you've got this incredible philosophy, but where do you even start? Well, you start by shaking things up right at the very heart of religious practice, the temple itself. He didn't just tweak things. He totally reimagined the traditional chanting session. First, get this, they bring in an organ to create this whole new, uplifting sound. Then, at the start of meditation, boom, all the lights go out instantly, leaving just one soft lamp. Talk about controlling the atmosphere. And the chanting itself? The speed was carefully controlled, making it feel like this immersive wave of sound. And maybe most importantly, he added a dedicated time for pure silence, so people could reflect personally, but still feel like they were part of the group.
And the result? Wow. It was like a switch flipped. People who had never really felt connected before, especially young people, suddenly felt like this was for them. They started flocking to the temple, and almost overnight, this vibrant, brand new community just exploded into life.
But an idea this big couldn't just stay inside the temple walls. The next logical step was to take all that energy and channel it into huge social movements. And things just took off from there. I mean, look at this timeline. It's just a burst of social innovation. You've got monks literally walking across Taiwan to bring Buddhism to the streets, massive educational events, campaigns like Find Your Heart Back, and then that incredibly simple but really profound movement, the 3 acts of goodness. This was Buddhism in action, out in the real world. And the creativity just kept going. The idea of group cultivation started showing up in the most unexpected places. I'm talking Buddhist basketball teams, choirs touring the entire world, youth summer camps, nationwide reading clubs, even interfaith dialogues, you name it.
And the strategy behind all this was actually really simple and really brilliant. The whole point was to give everyone a way in. It didn't matter if you were into sports or music or books. There was a form of group cultivation, a community that was waiting for you.
So all these local, innovative beginnings just kept building momentum. And they grew into something truly remarkable, a global community that's there for you, for your entire life. And 1992 was the pivotal year. That's when the Buddhist Light International Association, or BLIA, was officially founded. This is the moment it went from being a movement to a truly global organization, with a structure to support that growth. And when I say lifelong, I really mean it. The community was designed to be there for people through every single stage, from naming ceremonies when you're born, to scholarships and youth groups when you're a kid, to Buddhist weddings and career groups as an adult, all the way through to senior centers and even funerary services. It's a true cradle-to-grave journey. And the scale of it all today? It's just massive.
We're talking more than 300 centers and temples all over the world. That one little idea of bringing just a few people together created this incredible global network.
And this quote right here just nails it. It really gets to the core of the whole thing. It's this philosophy that we're all connected, that we coexist. I am in the group and the group is in me. It's not you or the community. It's you and the community, completely intertwined.
So in the end, that pan of scattered sand was totally transformed. And what's so amazing is that it wasn't built just on ancient doctrines or stuffy rules. It was built on shared action, on constantly innovating and trying new things, and on an absolute commitment to making sure that everyone had a place where they belonged.
Which leads us with a pretty big question, right? It makes you think, what's the scattered sand in our own lives, in our neighborhoods, our workplaces, and what's our cement? What's that one shared purpose that could bring it all together?